Right. Now, but when an aircraft is retired, there are obviously multiple things that can happen to it. I mean, most likely it'll be sent to the Nevada desert to be practically scrapped for parts, which is a good way to make money out of a non-flying aircraft. Or maybe if it's an interesting aircraft, it'll be put into a museum. I mean, only last year we checked out the interesting 747-200 that is put up in the sky at a German aviation museum. But everybody, one very unique thing that can happen to an aircraft is being converted into a hotel, which has happened right here. Everybody, yes, in today's video we are at the Arlanda airport of Stockholm in Sweden at a place called Jumbo Stay, which is literally a 747-216 Bravo turned into a hostel. Everybody, it is true, this airplane right here was built in 1976 for Singapore Airlines. I mean, it flew for quite a while, even for Pan Am, and at the end of its lifespan for the now long dead Swedish airline of Transavia, until it was put up for sale as a non-flying scrap plane in 2006 here in Stockholm. The now owner, Oscar Diaz, saw quite an opportunity in buying this plane and turning it into a hostel. In 2009, it was opened. So yes, it's been around for a while, and honestly, it kind of shows. I think it used to be sponsored by Leica Mobile, and that livery is still there, kinda. This airplane really doesn't look any airworthy now. I wouldn't want to step a foot in that.
Did the thing have a tail strike? That's crazy. What in the hell is that? I think that's for isolation, actually.
Sweden does have cold winters. That's something you have to consider. I wouldn't want to fly it. But everybody, indeed, it's a hostel now. It doesn't have to. 33 rooms with a total number of 76 beds, which is quite an amount of people that can sleep here. I mean, this is the question. Could retired aircraft solve our housing crisis? Put some homeless people in an aircraft. Good. Okay, you know what? Probably not. I mean, there is probably a reason this is the only aircraft hostel in the world. A boneyard 747-200 will set you back maybe a few $100,000, but it was especially the modifications that had to be done to this airplane to turn it into a hotel that were expensive, over $3 million. This has to be spec'd as a house with a fire system, and as you can see, a general air conditioning system. At front, we can even see that this airplane now has a lift and some stairs to walk up. Also, this airplane had to be equipped with Wi-Fi.
Ready for this video, I booked the Cockpit suite for a night, which is the most expensive room at 2,700 kroner a night. There are a lot of cheaper rooms. There's even dorm rooms that cost only like 600 kroner, which is the cheapest way to actually stay at the airport Arlanda. A single room in the fuselage costs 1,000 Swedish kroner. Yeah, lots of different types of rooms also in the landing gear. What also interested me is the relatively cheap engine room, which only costs 850 Swedish kroner. I asked another guest if I could have a look into one. This is what it looks like.
Alright, this is what the engine room looks like. It actually is bigger than I imagined. Not bad at all, but I imagine it gets hot here in the summer as well because it's not connected to the main air conditioning. But hey, you've got room. The only problem is you also have to shower and go to the bathroom with the others. But this is really cool. You have your bed here. Yeah, this is a very well done conversion. Right now I'm just waiting, by the way, for the reception to show up. So let's go ahead and yap a little bit about this airplane. It's really impressive. I mean, these are aviation tires by Bridgestone, and they have touched runways before. Something that was removed, sadly, is the landing lights. Instead, we have these two lights next to the aircraft that are supposed to illuminate it at night. Of course, the nice thing about the 747 is that pretty much anyone can walk just beneath the fuselage, and here we are below the main landing gear. This is quite incredible, although I think this airplane would appreciate a bit of a clean from the exterior. Alright, so after exploring the outside of the plane, let's go ahead and hop inside, walk up these stairs.
Alright, and so here we are in the airplane's lobby. When we go to the left to the former front nose of the airplane, we can see the breakfast cafe, which is like this public area where you can get breakfast in the morning. Hey, it looks really nice. We've got some Legos, some TV. If you turn right and go down the fuselage of the airplane, You have all the dorm rooms.
Yes, walking through the corridor, I think this is the most interesting part. It almost feels like a normal hotel. What you can't forget is that the room in the interior of this plane is only 320 square meters, which is 3,200 feet. I mean, I know houses that are this big, and this thing has 75 beds. Incredible. Yes, here are the normal rooms that are actual bunk beds. Yes, if you need a hotel to stay near the Orlando airport, this is actually the cheapest option here. Yes, one of the main ideas of this hotel was to genuinely build an affordable hostel. And in the hotel section, there's the bathrooms. This is the room 747. This is ours.
Yes, in fact, the whole upper deck of the airplane is ours. So we have this thing here that keeps the peasants from entering.
These stairs have always been dramatically steep. That's quite crazy. Everybody, welcome to the upper deck, the first class. All right. Very, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and walk into the captain seat here with the captain key card. That's nice. All right. It smells ancient in here. I like that. You know, if you've ever been in an aviation museum, you'll definitely know the smell of old oil, old sweat of the pilots. So everybody, this is indeed the cockpit suite, which is the only room inside of the whole airplane that actually has an own shower and a bathroom. That's kind of nice. We are on board a 747 still. I mean, look at that emergency floor plan. Isn't that interesting? Now behind this twin bed, of course, we find the cockpit of the 747, which looks pretty much as I expected. Obviously, it's gotten the seats removed and also the avionics removed, which is, I mean, that makes sense. There are still a lot of 747-200s flying around. It would just be a waste of money to keep these avionics in here. But other than that, we do have some parts that are still here. For example, the yoke, which has been interestingly screwed on again, perhaps after breaking off. We still have the quadrant. This one could use some WD-40, and even the landing gear does work. No, it doesn't work. Uh-oh. I think the engines are starting up. But anyway, with the cockpit view, you don't only get the cockpit, you get the whole upper deck of the 747-200. We've just walked out of the cockpit here. Here we have, as you can see, a balcony that we can get outside of. Nice. You know, from this terrace, we can clearly tell that, especially in the morning, you can enjoy your coffee on this little patio type wing. And you can even do some plane spotting. Over there is the general aviation terminal. And you can see the taxiway that goes towards the general aviation ramp. Let's go in the Pan Am first class lounge. All right, turn on the lights like that. I guess wouldn't be able to have these lights switch in a real 747. And then we have some seats. We have an Apple TV, very contemporary. Let me go ahead and give a 747-200 first class review. Oh. All right, this is not bad at all when it comes to comfort. This is good. We obviously can adjust our seat, which doesn't work great. To be honest though, it is quite impressive how far first class and business class has come over the past 20 years. I mean, this is kind of premium economy kind of comfort. It's quite interesting. Here we have a coffee maker. You can enjoy that with some Swedish aviation literature. Not bad. What is a little bit concerning about this cockpit is as well that it does not have air conditioning. And it doesn't have openable windows. It literally doesn't. I tried to unlock it. The receptionist down there said that it will cool down during the evening, but here it is like 30 degrees minimum. Right now, though, I think it is time to finally go to the city and eat some meatballs. That's a good plan.
10 hours later.
All right, now it is evening time here at the Orlando airport, and I've returned. This is now nicely illuminated, and we're now standing here on the left wing of the airplane. And you know, surely this thing isn't in best condition. The floor matting is all broken, but that's kind of nice because we can actually touch a real 747 wing. Oh yeah. The actual hotel room, which now looks like this at night. Anyway, in the flight deck, everything seems well. It's just not illuminated. We do apparently have like this LED strip here, which just doesn't work. Alright, now it's time to attempt to sleep inside of a 747. And you know what? The bed isn't bad at all. I like the bed. The bed is good. The bed is just fine. It's true. The airplane cockpit has now kind of cooled down. So I think I'll be able to spend a good night here. You know what? I actually did have a very nice sleep. This bed is actually very comfortable. Let's go ahead, and this is definitely the most interesting part. Let's go ahead and take a shower. Everybody, I've just taken a shower inside of an airplane. Now I really do feel like Casey Neistat. Now I'm going to get ready. I got a flight to catch. Let's check out the breakfast here. So already there you have it, the weirdest hotel in the world. I really did enjoy my stay, and it's quite impressive what they did and what they had to do to turn the 747-200 into a hotel. That must have been a lot of work. It's a little sad though that, it kind of seems as though they're not really working on it anymore. They're not really caring about this airplane very much. I mean, it's very dirty from the outside, very broken. Perhaps they're planning on doing something to renovate it. For now, it's kind of aged a little badly. But other than that, I'm really happy about this stay. I might not come back, but if you ever go to Stockholm, I think it is a good idea for one-of-a-lifetime experience to sleep inside of a 747. I'm gonna now go head back home. And so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always.
And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New York. You've got beautiful names.